Shon online.
I've been with my wife for 7 years total, married for 5, and recently I, 33M, had one of those strange, emotional moments where something obvious finally hits you like a slow-moving train. I was sitting in the living room, half awake, half scrolling my phone, and I noticed my wife, 29F, doing her usual evening routine. Not the big stuff, just the tiny, almost invisible things she does without thinking.
It's wild how the smallest shit is the loudest once you finally learn to hear it.
She placed my glasses on the nightstand because she knows I forget. She threw my hoodie in the wash without me asking. She restocked the snacks I like, even though she doesn't eat them. She put a blanket in the dryer so it'd be warm when we watched a movie later because she knows I get cold easily. And she never says anything about it. Not once has she said, "Look, I did this for you." It's just built into who she is.
Real love is invisible work. Most people miss it because they only look at the highlights.
And I don't know why. Maybe I'm getting older. Maybe I've slowed down enough to pay attention. But suddenly all these tiny acts hit me in the chest. Hard. Like I'd been missing an entire layer of our relationship this whole time. She takes care of me in ways I never even clocked as care. They were just happening in the background, quietly, patiently.
Bro didn't fall in love again. He finally noticed he never stopped.
The crazy part is realizing she's been doing this since the beginning. I just never connected the dots. It makes me feel grateful, but also a little embarrassed. Like she's been speaking this gentle, thoughtful language the whole time, and I only recently learned to hear it.
Embarrassment just means you grew enough to see what she saw from day one.
Now I'm trying to be more intentional, noticing when she's tired, making her breakfast on Sundays, remembering the little preferences she mentions casually, helping with chores before she asks. But I genuinely don't want it to feel like a sudden overcorrection or some guilt-driven project. I want it to feel natural, real, balanced. So here's my question. How do I show her that I see her now? That I appreciate her? Without turning it into some awkward performance or making her feel like I've been blind for years. I just want to love her the way she's been loving me, quietly and consistently, without needing applause.
Tell her that you are aware of the things she does for you and how much you appreciate it. And love her, or write her a love letter. Of course, do things for her too, be romantic and thoughtful. I think that sometimes the words that acknowledge that you notice what someone does for you are more valuable than any gift you can buy.
Noticing is currency. Spending it costs nothing, pays everything.
Actually, sometimes I think that, how do I express my feeling to her? I know she is my wife, and I can express my feeling freely with her. But I used to be an introvert person so much in my life, but you guys are really so supportive and lovable. Now I definitely will do something for her.
Introvert or not, effort sounds the same in every language.
Agreed with buying Xena. If you want to go the extra step, keep tabs on the things she likes, stuff that's special to her, and make notes. I use Google Keep for mine. Then you have a list of what you can do or small things you can get that will make her feel special. My wife is really good at seeing people, their needs, and then making them feel appreciated. It's been 6 years of me trying to get to her level.
Trying to match someone's kindness is already love. Nobody hits the same level, they just meet in the middle. And the final story.
I am a single mum to 3 kids. I am finishing a nasty years-long divorce from my abusive ex-husband. Because I'm slated to keep the house, I have to buy him out with a refi, which I probably won't qualify for, and means my kids. And I'm gonna have to move, likely to somewhere that is a downgrade due to only having my income on the application. The thought of packing, moving, new schools, etc. is incredibly overwhelming.
Bro, she ain't even asking for happiness. She's asking for basic stability, and life told her nah. That's a different level of tired.
I also work in a demanding career that regularly causes stress, but they pay well, and I have flexibility so I don't feel I can leave right now. I've been dealing with severe burnout. Like, cooking dinner after work feels like a Herculean task some nights, not to mention cleaning and homework help. It's so bad I feel passively suicidal on a daily basis.
And it's wild how life does that. Gives you responsibilities you never asked for and no pause button. She's not weak, she's exhausted.
I decided to take a week off to relax, since school is the only help I get with childcare. Monday my kids had no school, which was okay. But then 2 of my kids have been sick the past 3 days. They don't need a ton, so it's not really a lot of work.
She didn't want a vacation in Bali. She wanted silence. Bro, silence. That's how deep the burnout is.
It's just knowing I need to check on them, give medicine, food, water, keep them company. I desperately needed time off where I had as few responsibilities as possible. I wanted to lay in bed all day, maybe go shopping out of town one day, just for once do whatever I want. I also struggle with keeping up on cleaning, so I wanted to blast my music and sing, and just be weird alone and in peace. I know I sound like an ungrateful, insensitive person. Who could be frustrated when someone you chose to birth gets sick and feels like crap themselves? But I feel like I will never, ever have a break of more than an hour or 2 as a single mum. I really need a break. I am so tired. I am also sober from alcohol for 3 years. And times like this, it is so incredibly difficult not to drink. There is no comfort, just responsibilities that will never end. I fantasize about quitting my job or taking medical leave, but I can't afford to jeopardize my income with so much on my shoulders.
And this part hits the hardest because she's doing everything right, and life still doesn't give her a win. Some people don't need motivation, they need a miracle. Okay, there were some pretty heavy stories today. Leave a comment and tell me what you think about it. See you in the next episode.